Hi, it's me Sandy and I'm back with another video. Not a nail art video this time, but a polish swatch and review video. I'm so excited because I managed to purchase the whole Zoya Element collection, which is their fall 2018 collection, and I am in love with all 12 of these colors. I am so excited to share these with you. So the first one up is Rumor, and Zoya describes it as a full coverage mauve taupe with a subtle shimmer. And yes, I did shake it up better before I started putting on the swatch. I didn't get enough polish on to the brush at first, so bear with me there. It did go on nice and smooth once I had enough polish on the brush, and it was almost opaque in one coat. I am, however, going in with a second coat because I do 2 coats on all my swatches and I wanted to stay consistent. I really like this color. I think it's going to be a perfect base shade for so much nail art, or a nice one to wear just on its own. The next shade we have is Jenna, and Zoya describes that as a full coverage dusty rose pink cream with blue undertones. Such a pretty color. Forgot to mention at the start that I do all my swatches over 1 coat of Zoya Anchor base coat because I think it just gives you a much smoother swatch and it protects my nail. As you can see, that was basically opaque in 1 coat, but I am doing a second coat for consistency, and people with longer nails might need a second coat on there. Such pretty colors, and I just love how that dried. Look at that shine. That is without a top coat. So the next one up is Ruthie, and Zoya describes that as a full coverage raspberry rose cream. Not sure I really see the raspberry in it, but it is definitely a beautiful rose cream. Again, it went on super smoothly. I mean, Zoya polishes are just wonderful, and it was basically fully opaque in 1 coat, but of course we are going to do that second one. And as you can see, the second coat goes on just as smooth. And again, once it's dry, still has that beautiful shine. So next up we have Maryann, and Zoya describes that as a full coverage pink toned rose with a soft glowing shimmer. So we'll go in with our first coat, and I can definitely see that shimmer in there, and you can see that is definitely full coverage. I'm just loving this collection. I can't say enough about it, and maybe I'm saying too much to fill the gap. So the second coat goes on just as smoothly. A little too much of polish on my brush, kind of just trying to even it out after taking some off. And you can see that again, dry, it is very shiny and so pretty. So next up we have Kendra, and Zoya describes that as a beautiful full coverage Marsala cream, and it looks quite light in the bottle there, but it goes on much darker, or at least it dries darker with the 2 coats. Again, another color I love. It went on smooth. Of course, that is when you put enough polish on your brush. So here we go, trying to fix that one side and smoothing it out. Then we get to the second coat, and I do a lot better that time, making sure I get enough polish on my brush. And it again dried with a beautiful shine. I just love this. So next up we have Dawnie, which is described as a full coverage purple toned sangria cream. And I absolutely love this color, and again, the Zoya formula is just amazing on this polish. It's so beautiful. It was basically opaque in 1 coat like the rest that I've shown you so far. I sound like a total broken record, and then the second coat went on just as beautifully, and I mean the shine on that polish is just gorgeous. Next up, we have Alyssa, which is described as a full coverage red toned purple cranberry cream, and I have to say I love this color. It went on so smooth, and it's going to be the perfect red for lots of holiday nail art, manicures, or just to wear on its own. It did go a little patchy on the first coat for me. I mean, if I'd put it on a little better, it probably would have been good. But after 2 coats, it was fully opaque and looking just gorgeous. And again, it dried with that amazing, amazing shine. And that is without a top coat. So now we have Rachael, which is described as a full coverage mulberry berry cream. Another favorite. Now, I did have some issues when I put it on because I didn't get that side, didn't put enough polish on my brush. So I did load up a little bit more polish on the brush, swipe it on. I don't know, just a bad day for polish swatches, I guess, but still, beautiful coverage. It did take 2 coats to become opaque because of my poor application, not because of the polish. And after 2 coats, it was absolutely beautiful. So next up we have Maeve, and it is described as a full coverage Concord Grape Cream. Such a pretty color. So as we go in with the first coat, you can see that it has just that beautiful smoothness again. I kind of flubbed up the one side because I can't see it too well when I'm filming, but I went in with the second coat and fixed that right up. And again, it just was perfectly opaque in 2 coats, and after it was dry, that shine is amazing even without a top coat. This is going to be another favorite. So now we have Layton, which is described as a deeply saturated blackened aubergine cream. It is such a deep, rich color, and had I loaded my brush, wow, you think I'd learn, with enough polish to actually get a good coverage on there, it probably would have been opaque in 1 coat, but with my poor application, it was needing the second coat, and after that second coat went on, it was such a wonderfully deep purple. I'm really just absolutely obsessed with this color, and actually this whole collection. So next up we have Devin, and that is described as a steel blue with hints of multicolored shimmer in a dense foil finish. This is definitely the most sheer of this whole collection, and it did require a second coat to become fully opaque. Of course, me loading my brush, yeah, that same problem again, would have made it much better. I kept going over just to see if I could smooth it out. The second coat, though, did smooth it out very nicely. I do think, though, if you have really long nails, you might need a third. But for me, 2 coats was absolutely perfect. I can definitely see that shimmer in there and those foil bits. It's just so pretty. And last but certainly not least, we have Gardner, which is described as a deep periwinkle with a vibrant magenta shimmer in a dense foil finish. And again, this one is not described as full coverage, so it is a bit sheer in the first coat, although I guess a heavier coat does make it a bit less opaque. But with the second coat, which you'll see in a second, it definitely filled in any sheer gaps and became fully opaque, at least for me. Again, this is another one that if you have longer nails, you may want to put on a third coat, but I was pretty happy with 2 coats of this color. And I definitely, once it was dry, saw that shimmer come through. Again, just another beautiful color in this collection. So there you have the full fall collection from Zoya, the Element Collection, and I absolutely love it. They are definitely all what I would call sandy colors, and I think they would actually suit most skin tones. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, if you could go down and give it a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe and hit the post notification bell so you can find out when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.